Hey, you guys. What was I about to say? Good afternoon, everyone. Diary readers, new and old. It is Dinah, and I am back with another live. Today's Thursday. So I just got out the shower a little while ago. Actually, Aston's taking her nap. I just washed my hair because I had some braids in. I took them out. And so I just washed my hair and it smells so good. My sister gave me this shampoo and conditioner. It has this powder in it that women in like South Africa use to retain length. It helps grow your hair. And yeah, my hair's been growing pretty good. I started growing it because I used to just always keep my hair cut. And so I'm just combing it out. I have color treated hair, and then over the summer I did get a relaxer. So I do have a lot of shedding, but my hair is so thick, so I don't mind. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I used to wear my hair cut always. And then once I got pregnant and I wasn't dancing anymore, I just started growing my hair out because I was just like always in the house, and I was always in the house with my daughter's dad, so I wanted to look presentable. I didn't want to be walking around bald all day. So I started growing my hair out like last February, like mid-February, definitely for sure beginning of March. So it's almost a year, and this is what we've got. I did get my hair cut back in April, so but yeah, I'm due for another trim. So I'm just going to moisturize my hair like every time after I wash it. I just put some leave-in and some oil in there. But yes, you guys, I have been feeling pretty good. Like I'm in a good mood today. So the reason I've been feeling really good is I've been taking my spiritual walk more seriously, in the sense of like getting closer to God. Like anytime I'm gonna speak for me. I just feel like in my pursuit of like building a relationship with God and pursuing Him and stuff, I have to I just have to like just deny myself of things so that I can like really hear from Him clearly, and that I'm like more interested in God's will for my life versus my own. So with that being said, I don't know why I'm parting my hair. I think just for some order. So I'm not just blindly putting oil and stuff in my hair. But yeah, so point being, like, I started doing a personal fast at the beginning of this week. I've been wanting to fast for a couple of years now, but I'm finally like at a place where I'm like, I can do it, or I have the strength and the willpower to like genuinely do it, like. And I fasted plenty of times in the past. I'm not so attached to food. You can fast a lot of things. It doesn't always only just solely have to be food. So for me, I've been doing a personal individual fast to get my spirit strengthened and to starve my flesh. And I already on a daily basis starve my flesh in the sense of food, because I only eat one meal a day, but it's always a pretty big meal. And so the food aspect, I don't want to say it's like not so hard, but that's not a major temptation. But entertainment, I've been denying myself like entertainment and food between the hours of 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the first week, and then the second week I'm gonna do 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Um, and then like usually in February, the church I go to, they do a corporate fast, so that's when I'll just like do no food at all and no entertainment at all, but that's usually for 21 days. So this is kind of just like a personal fast for myself because like I said, I want to be closer to God. I want to clearly be able to hear his voice. And in order to be able to hear God's voice, you have to eliminate all the noise. Of course, you have to get in his word because you need to be able to recognize his voice. And the only way to do that is to read his word, and you get to see how he speaks, you know? And then when you're fasting, you're feeding your spirit the word of God, and you're communicating with God. So your spirit is getting strengthened versus your flesh. And now your spirit gets to take the lead and control in your life, and your flesh takes the back seat. So that's what I want. You see all my breakage? Like, look at this side and look at this side. Also, this is shrinkage because what happened from, I don't know, my relaxer. I don't know. Oh, when I had did my relaxer, this portion had more chemicals in it than this, so it's weird. But anyways, I'm about to start moisturizing this. My hair smells so good. I gotta ask my sister what that because she gave me this shampoo and conditioner. Whenever I use it, it like as I wash my hair is feels really pretty straight. Because I do have naturally kinky, coarse, coily hair. Um, and I had to relax all the way in the summertime, so that been wore off, you know. Anyway, yeah, so whenever I use that shampoo and conditioner that my sister gave me, my hair is pretty straight in the shower, and it's supposed to make your hair grow. So we shall see. Oh, I'm just using the Mael Rosemary Mint Blend Strengthening Leave-In Conditioner. I like using this leave-in conditioner. It smells good, but the shampoo, this conditioner that's in my hair, that smells really good. I'm gonna put some towards the middle more. There we go. Just doing this half first. But yeah. So fasting is just when you abstain from pleasures that your flesh would normally enjoy, and you do that to get closer to God. And you do that to strengthen your spirit. Tongue. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But yeah. And so like if you look at my older vlogs, I did one before, I did a fast before, or I tried to do a fast. um Somebody came in here and they said tongue to chin in 60 seconds. I'll count fast, and got out. I don't even know what that means. That's nonsense. Anyway. Ooh, my hair is just like shedding as I'm like doing this. Oh. I don't know what that means. Anyways, let me finish talking because people are. Mm, all right, let me focus on the ends. All right, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now let me put my oil in. This side is still dry. I haven't put anything in here yet. But yeah, so like when you're like desiring to get closer to God, and you want to spend time with him, in prayer, you want to hear his voice, recognize his voice, fasting is good. And whenever you're going into a new season in your life, it's good to do a personal fast as well, because you need to once again strengthen your spirit, because a new season in your life is going to be new challenges, it's going to be new things you'll discover about yourself. It's going to be new people that you meet. So you want to make sure that you're spiritually sensitive to the Holy Spirit, because he's leading you and guiding you in life. Now I'm using my oil, my Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum. I just use this for oil. Boom, 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 no, no, do, do. Somebody came in here talking about put your tongue to your chin in 60 seconds. See how fast or how far you can go. And then somebody was like, it's a challenge. Do I look like a challenger? No offense, but have y'all ever seen me do a challenge on my channel? Do I do that? No. And that leads me into another thing. Like, one thing about me, I am not a trend seeker. I am not a follower. I am not a trendy person. Like, I am an individual. I'm my own person. I mean, Aston is crying in her sleep. Must not be a good dream. But anyways, yes. So let me get to what I'm trying to talk about. I'm feeling good. Like, I feel really good. Like, the difference between joy and happiness is just a temporal feeling. Joy is an eternal state of being. Mm. And God says he will give you joy, unspeakable joy. And I have joy in my heart right now. I started my fast on Sunday. I did 3 days, pretty good. I've been reading the book. I finally started reading my book since I'm doing my fast. So to replace the time that I would normally be watching like TV and stuff or watching YouTube videos, I just read this book called Damaged But Not Destroyed by Michael Todd. And the other day, Aston's therapist was here and she asked about the book because I think I mentioned it, and it was just out on the countertop. So I just told her what it was about and stuff. Um, but yeah, I definitely recommend that book. 10/10, definitely recommend. What they be saying, 10 out of 10, definitely recommend. But yeah, it's a really good book, and it's been helping me. And I'm on page like 72. When I got to page like 47, I did not want to keep reading. What was I about to say? But yeah, a little bit more oil in my hair. See, I be losing my train of thought. But yeah, when I got to page 47, I did not want to keep reading. I'm just rubbing that oil all up in there. I'm just trying to make sure it's like getting everywhere. Boom, boom. I love that book. Now, one thing is you have to be honest with yourself. Like, um, if you're gonna be reading a book like that, you just have to be honest with yourself. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge the fact that they're human and human beings have, are currently, and will experience some sort of, you know, hurt, pain, disappointment, sadness, trauma, because human beings are flawed creatures, and intentionally as well as unintentionally, we hurt others and we hurt ourselves too. Um, we're just flawed beings, and that's just a part of life. And, that's what's going to happen. And, sometimes damage that is caused to us is not our fault, but it is our responsibility to get the healing from it. So, we may not always cause damage to ourselves or others, um, but we are always responsible for healing ourselves. For a bit, now let me do the other side. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love that book. And I'm gonna read to you once I'm done moisturizing my hair. I'm gonna read to you a little passage from the book, and then I'm kind of gonna have to like talk about what it's saying, to give you context. But I really like that book. This year, I'm getting more books. This year, I'm getting back to writing because if you don't know, I am a writer. Okay. And it's like for like maybe 6 years, I have not written in 6 years. And so obviously, I'm not gonna say if you don't use it, you lose it, but it's definitely a difference between exercising a gift and letting it sit dormant. So that time is over. I'm getting back to writing, and I'm also getting more books. So far I have like 3 books, 3 reading books. Of course, I have the Bible, but I'm talking about like other like self-help. I don't know. Okay, I'll include the Bible. So I got 4 books then. So I have the Bible, I have the Damage But Not Destroy book, I have the 5 love languages, and then I have this other book. It's not a self-help book, it's just like a fictional book. It's just it's not fictional because it's a woman's real life story. So it's just, I guess it could be self help, but it's just her talking about how she learned about her emotions and how to deal with them around people and stuff. I can't think of the name of it though. But I had started reading that book like 6 years ago and I never finished. But this Damaged But Not Destroyed book, since I'm fasting and I'm not like watching TV during the daytime and I'm reading that book, I'm already on page 72 and it's like 180 pages, something like that. So I'm getting close, but it's really good. But you do have to do some work on yourself when you read it. Like he asks you personal questions that you gotta ask yourself. So as you read it, you do like need to get like a notebook and just write things down. So like as you're thinking on them and stuff. But yeah, like this year I'm getting more self-help books. I'm gonna get that Garden Within book by Dr. Anita Phillips. I'm going to get this book that talks about like communication from a negotiator. Like he worked for the FBI, so he had to like his thing was he had to like keep people calm and stuff and negotiate with them to not do harmful things. So it's a book on communication by him that was referred by Tim Ross from basements. So, yeah. Mm, mm. Massaging my scalp. Ooh. Okay, boom. Let me put some oil in my hair. I thought I was gonna have all this energy. But yeah, so I'm of course entering a new era in my life where I'm just becoming myself and getting back to my true self. For the past, let me see, for the past 5 years, I was sleepwalking through life, just living life fast on autopilot, not making any genuine connections with anyone because one thing about me is I know how to detach, and I've always used that as a defense mechanism. Like I would detach from this world, like I never really was attached to this life. Um, and so, yeah, so I went through a period of just straight detachment, living on autopilot, sleepwalking, not making any genuine connections with people, not living for purpose, not pursuing purpose, just, I don't know, just being like numb, yeah, because I didn't want to think about anything, do anything. I just wanted to just float in life for a season, and we did that. And now it's time for intentional living. It's time to be all that God has called me to be. It's time to possess all that God desires to bless me with. And all of that requires strength and wisdom that I can only receive through walking closely with my God. There we go. Good. Did I put oil in my hair? Look at these shedding. And I want to color my hair again. But that's the good thing about having thick hair. Like, I don't care that it's shedding because my hair, look how thick it is. Like, it can shed because I have hair to shed. I'm not coloring it anytime soon. But anyways, put some oil in it. And then I got these little perm rods. I got these tiny little perm rods for Aston because her hair is so coily. She has the cutest little spiral curls, but the back of her hair is shorter than the rest of her hair. So I got these little perm rods so that all of her hair could be defined with these cute little coils. I put them in her hair, but she didn't let me do her whole head. So I put those in her head, and her curls are so cute. It's gonna look better when I'm actually able to do her whole head, but I didn't want the rods to hurt her head while she's trying to sleep. So I took them out because she had them in for like 2 days. Oh, hey Queen. Hi. I think this might be like what, your second time in my life? But yeah. Oh, thank you. Uh, I'm in a good space, and it's only going to continue getting better because I finally decided to be present in life. I don't know if anybody can relate, but you know, growing up in a hostile environment, everybody responds to that differently. So my response was like kind of like check out. And so that's why I've always been so accustomed to like being detached from things, being detached from people and things in life. I just didn't really see any like, of course, I always believed in God and stuff, and I know God is good and love and light. But I'm like, outside of God, I'm like, it ain't really. This life ain't really, that interesting. Like people are crazy, people are mean and evil, and I'm just not concerned with the things that a lot of people are. Like, I remember back when I used to put out my provocative content, my dancer life videos, and somebody commented one time, like, what do you do with all your money? Um, and like I didn't respond because like that was stupid to me. Because I'm like, I'm not concerned with the things other people are concerned with. Like some people, like of course I paid bills and stuff. And then, like I like to travel, so that's what I would do. I would go to different cities and stuff whenever I felt like. But and then like I had no use for it after that. Like after I paid my bills, after I got food and water and things for work, more beauty products, more clothes and shoes for work. And after I traveled and whatever, I'm like, I would just give it away or give it to my family. I'd be like, here, you guys need to pay your bills. You late on your rent here. I would just give it away. I'm like, I don't need it for anything else. Other people, they use their money. They want to like show off, like they want to show that they're making money. I don't have to do that. So other people, they like to go shopping and all that stuff. I go shopping when I have to online in the sense of getting stuff that I need. Everyday life stuff. Like the season changed, so now it's time to get winter clothes. Or the season changed, now it's time to get, rain boots or umbrellas, stuff like that. But I'm not like, oh, I make this much money, let me pay my rent and then use the rest to buy a handbag. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just giving the example of like, I'm not, like that. I'm trying to see, I want to let my hair breathe for a bit, and then I'll put it in a ponytail. But as you can see, it looks like I blow dried it. And this whole time, it's been air drying. And I haven't had a perm since the summer. It's that shampoo and conditioner that I've been using. And I'm glad, because I have naturally coarse hair. My hair is kinky, coily, coarse. And when I wash it, that thing gets, it get rough. So I'm glad that it's kind of, like a blow dried effect now when I wash it. Because as you can see, it's easier to get this comb through. More shedding. All right. I'm done playing with my hair. But this is what I do whenever I wash my hair. I just put a moisturizer, a leave-in, and some type of oil. I use a different oil each time because it just depends. Like, and so I was going to use these perm rods. I got 3 different sizes. So I got these for Aston, but I was going to try them on me. But my hair is way too thick. But I was going to try these on myself. But I got to get some rollers. Because I do want to wear my natural hair like curled, heatless curls. I'm going to have to get some bigger perm rods or some rollers for myself. This is all this shedding for me brushing my hair. A little bit more randomly on the bed. Aston is still asleep. Okay, let me read to you guys a little bit. All right, boom, boom. So this is the book that I started reading since I'm doing my fast, and I hope to read more books because great writers are great readers. People don't know that. In order to be a great writer, you have to actually read books, So Damage But Not Destroy. by Michael Todd. This is the guy, one of the guys I like to watch on YouTube. I like to watch him and Tim Ross. So I did mark some pages where where I have to do some self work. So in here, because I didn't do it, I read it, and that day that I read it, I like stopped reading, and then I picked up. So I like skipped that part, and then I just finished reading the next day. So this is. So he talks about damage. I don't know if I said that. Damage but not destroyed, from trauma to triumph. Excuse me. It's a really good book. But like I said, you got to be honest with yourself. This is the thing. Like me, I've always just been like, ever since I was like little, I've been really intuitive with my own self. Like I did self-reflection. Just literally, I would be in my head all the time. And I just would think about stuff. And so I'm honest with myself, but I realize other people aren't. And it's pointless to live in denial, because if you can't be honest with yourself, who are you going to be honest with? That's why I love, like, when I got in a relationship with God, I had no choice but to be honest with him, because I'm like, first of all, God already knows my heart. So it's no point in being dishonest. Like, for real, I had to tell my sister like this, like, when I pray, the way I talk to God is the way I talk to anybody like myself. He wants you to be real. So when I come to him, I'm like, let's say I'm mad or something. I'm like, I'm mad. I'm like, I'm irritated. And then, he'll be like, why? And of course he knows why, but he wants me to tell him why. I'm like, oh, I'm mad because things just aren't working out. I don't know. Like, I'm just giving a quick example. Like, okay, things aren't working out with Aston's formula. Like, I'm just giving an example. And then we'll just break down stuff, right? So the point is, you got to be honest with yourself. Okay. And so, so he's talking about, you got to add up a dart, which is a thing that pierces you, that causes damage in you. And the domain is where it caused damage. So, like, let's say someone called you a name. Someone said you're stupid. Okay, so that's the dart, name calling. And the domain is identity, because they called you stupid. So now you're like, oh my goodness, am I really dumb? And then the damage is, insecurity now. So he had 4 of these, like, for yourself or myself, reflect on a dart in your life and where it hit you and the kind of damage that it had on you. So I skipped that part because I wanted to take time to generally sit out, carve out time in my day, sit down and write it down, but in my own notebook, because I do want to give this book to my sister. But the more I started reading it, I'm like, I might just buy her own separate book. But I'm definitely going to read some of this to Aston's dad, because when I was reading it, I was thinking about me, but I was also thinking about him. You know how sometimes you can relate what you're experiencing with something somebody else told you about their own experience. So, oh, thank you. So that's what I was thinking. So I'm going to read with him because he was being vulnerable with me this morning. And I do feel bad. Like, this is why I hate when I don't continue my therapy. Like, I started and I don't continue it. Financial reasons, like I'm not working right now. So I'm not able to continue my therapy because I got to use my money for other stuff, right? And so anyway, but I'm like, I'm not a super emotional person. And that gets hard because, like, when I'm like being real with people and then they be real with me, because people always open up to me. And then it's like, I never know how to respond because I'm like, whoa, like that's a lot. And I'm like, I'm not emotionally equipped to be supportive, and it sucks because, like, I'm not trying to be like dismissive or mean. I literally just don't know how to respond because I'm like, like I shut my emotions off at an early age. So I went decades without feeling, okay? So I'm like, wow. That's why, like, I need to continue my therapy so I can learn how to be, like, human and be in tune with my feelings and then be sensitive to other people's feelings. It's a lot. But that's one thing I don't know if you can see, but that's one page that I like marked off. And then there's another page in here. And then I'm going to read you the passage that I read today. I read several pages today, but I'm going to read you a passage that stuck out to me. So then this is another page that I bookmarked. And he referred to these little images as indicators. Like when you're in your car and you have the indicators on the dashboard, like you're going too fast or you need an oil change, indicators on the dashboard. That's the same reference that he made to form an analogy talking about our feelings and stuff and, whatever. And so he's like, so he said, keep in mind, these are indicators, not the damage itself. They point to the underlying damage that needs to be addressed by the master mechanic, talking about God is the master mechanic, because God designed you. So who better to tell you about you than the one who created you? Okay. So here's some examples. And he just wanted us to look at them and be honest with ourselves of how where we are on the indicators. So some people are more extreme, some people are more numb, some people are more passive, some people are more aggressive, some may be more stop caring, take control, flee, fight, hide, act out, obsess, repress, all that. And then if you're in the middle, that's more healthy because you're not leaning more one way or the other. So a couple of them I was in the middle because I was well, I kind of do both. Stop caring and take control. It depends on the situation. I know I shut down a lot when stuff is overwhelming. I shut down a lot. But then when things are dire and pressing, I take control because I need a sense of order and I like to know what's going on. And then hide or act out, I was well, I kind of do both. I feel like it just depends on the situation. Okay. So the page that I was on, it's right here. I marked it off. Okay. So let's read. And then in this book, he makes this is my hair towel. Ooh, I gotta charge the laptop. I gotta charge the laptop. Maybe I should just end it here. Cause where's the charge? I'll charge it. I'll just charge it. Okay, let me see. Well, I don't want y'all to see the outside. All right, boom. Okay. All right, so I have to remember that now it's dark because I'm away from the window light. It don't matter. I have to remember whenever I use this laptop, I need to just keep the charger nearby because it gets really pixelated and it is start cutting out when the battery is dying. So I apologize if that's happening. I apologize for my past live videos where it did happen, but yes. Okay. So in his book, he does make biblical references. So if you don't know scripture, sometimes he has verses that you could look up so you can know what he's talking about. Okay, so let me see. What did I want to read to y'all? So the live, let me see. Let me see, what did he say? So that, okay. Anything you'd like to change here? Okay, I'll just start from right here. Once again, just get the book because yeah, it's a lot. It's juicy. It's a lot. It's a lot of meat in here. Okay, so for anything in your life to change, you have to hope it can happen. The Bible tells us Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Proverbs 13:12. Hopelessness holds you hostage in Lodabar. That's a place, a desolate place, like nothing can live or survive there. And we all get there, like, I'm not going to act like I don't get depressed because, like, I've had postpartum depression, and it comes and it goes sometimes. Like, for the most part, I'm in a good space, but sometimes, like the other night, I was feeling low and depressed, and we just all get in that place where you feel hopeless and you feel like, what's the point? And you just start getting anxiety about the future. We all be in there. But we don't stay there. That's the point. That's why I'm so grateful for God, because He is a mind regulator, because He be regulating my mind. And it says, okay, before we go any further, I have to ask, have you stopped hoping? That's why I say you got to be honest with yourself. Have you stopped hoping you can escape that financial black hole? Have you stopped hoping your family can be reunified and restored? Have you stopped hoping you and your spouse can have a baby? And so he just keeps giving examples of things that people give up hope on. So, like, see, lots of examples. Okay, examples. Okay. Have you stopped hoping you will finally quit your addiction? If I were with you right now, I would grab you by the shoulders, look you right in the eye, and say exactly what I'd say to Mephibosheth. Hope again. I know you lost everything. Hope again. I know you've tried before to reconcile and it didn't work. Hope again. I know those miscarriages broke your heart. Hope again. I know the doctor said there's nothing he can do. Hope again. I know it's hard to believe you're worthy of love. Hope again. I know low wages and zero benefits seem like your lot in life. Hope again. I know it looks like your kids are paving brand new roads to hell. Hope again. I know you've never been able to permanently stop using. Hope again. The reason hope is so powerful is that it's fuel for our faith. God's word says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Hebrews 11:1. Which means your faith is built by hope. So the most spiritual thing you can do, even if you're stuck and can't move out of Lodabar on your own, is to hope. You can hope your financial situation will turn around by this time next year. You can hope family restoration will be your testimony. And then he gives other examples. And then it says, you can hope you'll be delivered from the addiction's control. As I write this, I'm getting excited because I can feel somebody getting ignited with heavy hope. And when I was reading this, like, it was true. Like, I was getting on fire on the inside. Like, I was getting, like, yes. Where are we? I'm talking about the kind of hope described in Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. He wants to fill you with hope. He wants you to overflow with hope. He wants you to live in hope. He wants you to have heavy hope, heavy like an anchor. No matter the storm, no matter the waves, no matter the situation, hope can hold you. How do I know? Because hope has a name. Jesus. Jesus is our hope. Jesus is our rock. Jesus is our anchor. He tells you, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart or hope. I have overcome the world. And so, like, that's one of my scriptures that I always remembered, that I always kept in my heart. Like, when I first started reading the Bible and studying the Bible, John 16:33. But I memorized it from the King James Version. So King James Version is like, in this world you will have trials and tribulations, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. But yeah, so this is the last few sentences. When you put your hope in Jesus, Lodabar isn't your destination. It's just one stop on the road to your destiny. So I like that. So the lies the enemy tells you to tell yourself, this is just the hand I was dealt. This is the way it's got to be. I guess this is what's meant for me. Reject them. Lodabar is a detour, not your destination. So I like that. That was pretty good. I'm sorry if the thing is pixelated. I don't know if it is, but I just know I started charging my phone. Oh, what am I talking about? Charging my laptop. But yeah, I feel like there's something else. But yeah, I feel really good. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, girl. Mm. I guess that's it. Let's stop over here. Let's quit while the party is still fun. That's what Aston's therapist says. Stop while the party is still fun. Thank you to everyone who checked in to spend some time with me on this live. As I said, I am fasting, so I'm not really going to be posting like that. I do have 2 videos from Christmas, the Christmas weekend and then actual Christmas Day. But I haven't uploaded those, so when I get my phone fixed or I just get a new phone, then I'll upload those. I might do some more lives because, like I said, I'm feeling good and stuff. I just like to just share and encourage as I'm being encouraged. But yes, Damaged but Not Destroyed by Michael Todd. Definitely get this book. Let me see something else. So I'm just going to read like a few things just to like encourage you all. No matter how damaged you are, your damage isn't all of you. So like it just talks a lot about we're not defined by our damage. The current state of your damage does not determine the deliverance you can experience. And one thing about encouragement is sometimes when we are really low, we can know truth and we can continuously be encouraged, but you just don't be in the mood. Because I've been there. It's like, yeah, I know that to be true. Like I have Bible verses hidden in my heart that I've memorized or that stuck with me and I've always remembered from when I read the Bible for myself. But it's like when I would feel low or be in a dark place, the Holy Spirit will bring those scriptures to remind me, to encourage me, to uplift me. But I would feel so low that I'd be like, I literally would be like this. Yeah, but I don't feel like that right now. Like I'm telling you, I would be like that. I would be like, yeah, I know that's what you say. I know that's your word. I know you look good, God. You'll take care of me, but I just don't feel like that right now. And then when I'm honest with God, He allows me to get my frustrations out and He speaks to me and works through what I'm feeling. So that's why I enjoy having a relationship with God. And that's why I encourage other people to, pursue a relationship with your creator. Because ain't nobody going to do you better than your creator. The value is still in you. So that's one thing he talks about, like no matter how damaged you are, like you said, you're not destroyed. The value is still in you, even when you don't feel like it. And that's why I'm glad what I read today, he was talking about hope. Because one thing about me, I'm very optimistic. I'm always a glass half full girly. And when I feel low, I do always have hope and truth that I hold on to. Like things that I believe to be true for me in my life. I always hold on to them. But sometimes, we just feel like sitting in that place. And it's okay. It's okay to vent, sulk, get the frustrations out because we're human beings. We are emotional creatures. We got to get them out some way, somehow. Don't hold it in and don't hold back. But then I get out of that place and I get back to reality and I stand in my truth. And the truth is that I'm more than a conqueror. The truth is that I was made in the image and likeness of God. The truth is I don't answer to any name other than the name that was given to me by my God. Because you have a name that your parents give you, and then you have a name that Jesus Christ will give you at the end times. If you're a believer, if you accept Christ. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. Okay. But yes, this is a good book. Another book I have, I'm not going to read it, I'll just go show you. This is a good book to read also, so that you can understand yourself and others around you. The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. I'm not reading that right now because I read it before. Oops. Oopsies. Aston's dad likes to try to read that. Thank you, Carolina Black, for tuning into my live. I love you, boo. Thank you to everyone else that is watching, whether you watched it live or rebroadcast. And just thank you for all the support. I'm excited. I am so excited for you guys to see more of my growth, more of my journey, what's going to happen next in life. This is going to be a very great year of accelerated growth. I feel like, because I'm not going to rabble, but yeah, it's going to be a great year of accelerated growth. And I can't wait to show you for my birthday how I'm celebrating my birthday this year. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. I am investing into proper filming equipment this year. So definitely before my birthday, I will have the proper equipment necessary so I can really capture like what's going on. And it's going to be fun. And yeah, we got a lot going on. And I'm excited until the next video or live, whichever one comes first. Thank you for spending time. Bye. And we end it.